Hello peoples, my name is Redstone985, back again in Tech It Classic Reloaded. So, in between episodes, I improved the AE2 system a little bit. I went and basically got a few things. It just looks a little bit nicer now. It has that little pole in the middle. I've added a few other pattern terminals on the side because they will be needed later today. The pattern terminal and the interface terminal, those will be needed later on. I did go down here and clean this up a little bit. I had to add an extra electrical engine to our input power because the controller and the system wasn't getting enough power, because I put a crafting terminal on not only the bottom floor but on the main floor and the second floor, but it doesn't have any of the other stuff. It's just basically the cable going straight up, and there's a room to expand up the top here. But yeah, so in knowledge of that, I'm running out of power, and that there aren't really any good ways to generate power using RF. I know solar. I'm pretty sure the solar flux is in the pack. It'll just generate FE, and we'll look at that a little bit later in the series. That'll be pretty cool to get through. And so yeah, I'll leave that for later. Well, the solution I did come up with was using the geothermal plant from what's it called, Industrial Craft 2, because with ender tanks in the pack and the ender pouch and the ender chest, we can basically cross-dimensionally put resources through different dimensions of the world and basically use them. So I made a little plan. It's not particularly the most complicated of things. I do need... Man, the nether sound is loud. I do need a little bit... Oh, I have my backpack. Never mind. I need a bit of a battery to jumpstart the system, because the way I have it set up... That is loud, because the way I have it set up is I have basically the geothermal generator is next to a pump, and the pump gets lava from the nether. It just makes lava and stuff like that, and I'm just gonna pump up the lava and put it into the thermal. Oh, what the heck is that thing? I did also enchant some of my tools in between episodes. Basically, I just went to the enchantment table and grabbed what I wanted. That was loud. I would probably want to turn that down in like post or something. Sorry, it hurt both my and your eardrums. Get over here. My bow just haven't finished, so I'm basically taking as many shots as I want. I'm gonna kill these guys, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, guys, I went and killed those ghasts and stuff, so it's all good now. I don't have to constantly fight for my life. But I have the F3 and G menu open here because I need to see which chunk I'm in. This is a pump from Industrial Craft. It's just gonna basically take the lava from the nether, put it into the pump, and I'll have it with the auto fluid ejector upgrade. It will basically just automatically put it into the geothermal plant here, which I'm gonna put there. I need to grab a chunk loader. I do have FTB chunks in the pack, and while I could just go like claim and then load it, I'm going to be using the powered version, just so I can get basically all that I need here. Let's put a little power into the pump, and it'll start basically getting it ready for itself. And move the don't want to drop things in lava. We'll basically move that here, and it'll load the chunk that it's in. and essentially it'll take the power from itself. It does provide enough power, and it'll basically, yep, it's going up and down. So it's powering itself now, so it should not cause any problems. Oh boy. Let me kill this guy. It's gonna kind of got the menu on the road. This is why I hate it. I'll have to put like a structure or something around it. Let me just go over here. Okay. First I need to disable F3 and G. Okay, there. Alright, I got it. Oh boy, there's multiple of them. Ow. Bug off! Just die, please. Ow, ow. Ah. I just need one more thing. Help. You know what? I'm at my limit. I'm changing it to peaceful so I can do this stuff. This is annoying. Call me a coward all you want, guys. I don't care. That is annoying and... Now that I'm not being shot at for like 2 seconds, I'm gonna go put down the ender tank here. But before I actually put it down, I'm gonna dye it the orange here, so I can basically have it only go through one of the channels or whatever. Let's just mine that up. Yep. Let's put the orange one on the pump here. Essentially, yep, it'll eject it into the pump. In my testing world, I didn't see any issues with this. It'll keep the lava in the thermal plant constant, but also the one in the inner tank constant, which means we can go back to the overworld after this mess. Yeah, let's kind of fly over there. Let me grab my hang glider, and we could just kind of fly over there. Yep. Yeah, I need to go set up a few things in the overworld. Most importantly, and by the way, with FTV chunks, you just saw it on the screen, there's a little splash of text. It basically allows you to claim territory or claim chunks. So I've done that, and I've labeled it the Empire of Stone. I don't know, I'm 7 and I can't like name things after myself or not, I guess. I have no clue. Let me go inside. It's nighttime, so normally, because of my solar power, everything would start turning off and stuff like that. My system is currently offline. There is no using it right now. So if I needed something, I couldn't be able to get it. I got the achievement challenge, Return to Sender, which is pretty nice. Yep. And as day turns, my system will turn back on, and I can do things. This geothermal plant, once I set down this ender tank, let me just set it here. Put the orange, and it fills up with lava. And I can basically just take it, and I'm going to put the plant, I don't know, here for now. I'll move it later. But yeah, let me put the geothermal plant here. Currently it's not going to do anything because it doesn't have lava. This will fill up, and I think I hit this thing here. Yep, it's starting to fill up with lava. In my testing, I can run 3 of these at the same time from the same pump. I don't know why it's flickering like that. I hope that doesn't is too much of an issue. But yeah, basically this will run all the time, and with it chunk loaded in the nether, it'll run basically through the night. So this is a new power source that I can use. I'll expand that in between episodes, maybe put like a row of them across the wall or something, just so we can get enough power. As I said, I'll look at the solar power stuff later on. Just a few things that I did in between episodes. Aside from me cleaning this up, I made a few more drives. I basically took everything out, put it into a few 64K drives just so I can have the space. I made the charge pad from IC2. As you can see, all my power tools and stuff, they're all like running low. I can stand on this and it'll essentially just charge everything in my inventory and on my person. It basically makes it easier for me to not have to go into the bat box and like click it in there. I could just stand here and it'll basically charge everything. Yeah, like that. So let me dump this experience into the book. Put that there. Yep, and let's put these sand and this netherrack in our AE2 system. I think we could get into some auto-crafting for this episode, but before that, let me just go and explain. I did have to move the quarry again. That's going to be a recurring thing. If you guys know a way that I can make the range of the quarry like bigger for a buildcraft, that would be very useful, so I wouldn't have to keep moving it constantly around. Because I can do this, it's just really annoying, and it means I have to constantly like babysit it. And I actually think, yeah, I'm out of coal. Let me go grab some coal from my applied energistics system. But yeah, I basically replaced the floor. I forgot to put a light over there. But yeah, I replaced the floor. I did have to add another row here. That whole modularity thing basically came in handy here. It's for silver, because when I was getting resources, basically silver came up, and I had to go and create a new slot for that one. And I also have a chunk loader here. You can see like my base could be chunk loaded and a few other things. But right now, I'll leave it like this, because I noticed whenever I either relogged or I unloaded the chunk, these low voltage solar arrays would disconnect from the copper cable. Like, you know how it's flat on the top? And basically this little section here would not be connected to them if I unloaded the chunk or whatever. And putting a chunk loader there works. I also tried using FTB chunks, which also works. But you know, that is basically a more industrial craft way, or a more tech-it way of doing it, because it's kind of good like that. I think I also replaced this power source with geothermal. There's going to be a lot more changing of power from solar to geothermal, because while solar is infinitely renewable, and I can basically just place the block and it'll gain power for what is essentially free, it does have the downside of it being slow, and it's just not really that useful. I mean, solar panels aren't the hardest thing to make, but the base industrial craft ones, they get like, I don't know, 1 EU per tick or something. I am not 100% certain of it, because the low voltage one, it gives me 8 EU, so I'm gonna guess it gives 1 per solar panel, I guess, which is not really that much in terms of usability. So yeah, let me go down to, let me put my wrench in my bag here, not the bag in the bag, but the wrench in the bag. Yeah, the infinity on my bow, it can work with this in here. I'm not sure if that's a bug or it's intended to be like that, but I have a single arrow in here and it's basically doing its thing. So yeah, let me go. I should probably change it back to normal, or well, probably normal. I don't need it on hard. Change it back to normal, because if there's one thing I'm going to cheese, it's ghasts, because ghasts are annoying, especially when you're in Nether just trying to build like a simple small thing. But yeah, I also added these new paths and these stairs, which you don't go up fast on, which is a little annoying, but it's basically fine. I still have my mine here, which I have no clue what to do with. I'm just gonna leave it for now, I guess. And yeah, I think we could get started on the whole auto-crafting thing. So I'll go prepare a few materials, and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright guys, I got a little bit of the ME Smart cable up here. I'm not sure if it's exactly 100% required for it, but basically I got a few materials here. It's just for a very simple one. I'm going to have to put a crafting storage component in there. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to get a storage component, which, what's it called? Component. Oh, I don't have any. I'm sure I have some in my Project E thing here. Let me get a component. Let me just grab, I don't know, the 1K one will work. I don't need that much storage. I can upgrade it later. It basically put this and the crafting unit in the crafting table. You get 1K crafting storage, which gives me the advancement next gen crafting. I also got this advancement too, which is get a interface on a storage bus, because I crafted both the interface itself and the ME interface, like the part port, because with some of this stuff you can get basically like how these panels connect to the middle cable basically a panel like that will also work for things and stuff. So let's grab this 1K crafting storage. You can expand these with like 64K and make them in big bricks and stuff, and I'll put a few of those bricks in the floor maybe later on. But we also need the molecular assembler, which basically takes crafting. It basically is like an automatic crafting table where you can put things in and it'll craft it for you. I'm going to put in the ME interface, oh, that's not where I wanted that. Let's get this here. I basically want this on the side of that and another cord going up there. And yep, look, I got another advancement. I'm getting a lot of advancements today, guys. We have reached 8 channels using the device networks. We have 2 channels on this one here, basically for this molecular assembler. We can put patterns in the side here to basically tell the system to craft things. And that's one of the things I need to actually get is pattern. Oh yeah, I did craft a pattern in between episodes because I was kind of planning on doing this. It's the pattern for patterns, which will be useful. If I put this in the system here, it'll basically allow my system to know that I can get it. There's a little thing, it says craft here. I can hit next. It'll tell me what resources it needs to craft things. I can basically tell it which processor to use, and I can hit start here, and it'll craft it with materials available. If there isn't something available, if like I get 1,000 of them, it'll tell me the remaining resources I need and a few other things like iron, and I can go in more depth like quartz glass. I can make a pattern for that, but let me craft like 4 of them, I guess, and it goes decently quick. It basically, you can see it in an animation. I do believe if there's something in the system, you can like middle click on it, control click, shift click. No, that's just dragging things out. I'm trying to figure out. I'm fairly certain there's a keybind. It's shift and middle click to craft things. Yeah, essentially, if there's something that doesn't have like quartz glass, if I take the quartz glass out of the system, take all 9 of it out, it will basically tell me pattern. It'll basically tell me, hey, I don't have this material here, and I can put another pattern in to basically give it the ability to craft that material on demand. You can have multiple of them running at the same time, and it basically allows you to run it without issue. As you can see, it is currently nighttime. Yeah, it's just turned night, and I am still running my ME system here because I have actually got the geothermal plant up and running, which is going to be really useful for large autocraft things that I need. Let's get the quartz glass on order. Let me look it up in JEI. Quartz, if I can actually spell quartz. Quartz glass here. If you hit the move items, it'll basically automatically fill it. You can either or dictionary or not, and you can basically tell if it's a crafting pattern or a processing pattern, which basically tells it, like, if I want to macerate down iron ore into iron, I can basically put an import bus or a interface on the side of this and basically tell it, hey, you can do this process with this machine, and you can basically make it do it. It allows you to automate almost everything you can in the pack, which is really useful for really complicated crafting recipes. Like, let me go to the solar, if I can actually spell solar. Go to like the solar panels here. You get the, you have like the tier 5. It basically takes the tier 4, which takes a tier 3. Basically, it's really useful for long and complicated crafting chains that you can basically do things. You could have things like 2 recipes going at once and a few other things. Let me just grab the, let me just kind of show you, like I have this pattern here for the pattern itself. Let me just grab one for, I don't know, iron blocks, just to show you how it works like that. Let me grab iron. Yep, let's grab this here. I can get an iron block pattern, and I can also get let's actually craft an iron block as well. Yep, and let's get a block of iron to iron as well, so I can basically have those 2 patterns there. and I can basically tell my system, put these two in there, like I want iron blocks. Let me just give me all of them. Let me get like, I don't know, 100 of them. It'll tell me that I don't have enough. Let me get 10 iron blocks, and I can just hit next, hit start, and basically it'll go over here, and you can see a cool animation here where it basically takes process, crafts it, sends it back in the system using a channel, and basically sends it back here. And if I wanted to get iron, let me just get all of it. Yeah, I have 10 available. Let me just get 90 iron here. Let's get 90 next, and basically hit start, and it'll start crafting it up for stuff that it needs. It's really simple, and it's kind of intuitive. Basically, if you have certain processes running, it'll tell you in the crafting storage, or if you go up to the what's it called, the interface terminal, can tell you where things are, and you can search it. It's really useful for when you have really large networks to actually craft things with. I do think there's a crafting monitor, maybe? Yeah, a crafting monitor here. Just a crafting unit and a monitor. Let me see if I can get that made real quick. I'm not entirely certain what it does. I would presume it monitors crafts, but there's a storage monitor, which basically is a illuminated panel. What was the other thing in that? No, I want this one, a level emitter. I can grab one of those, and let's craft the storage monitor. That looks like something I could just place in the system here. Oh, no. I might have to fix that in between episodes, because to get things off of this, you have to destroy the cable, which is kind of annoying, but yeah, I'll get that fixed between episodes. But yeah, essentially, I got AE2 Autocrafting up and running. I'll set up a few simple patterns with our stuff here. I'll see if I can get, I may run some cables underneath my path or something to go to our ore processing plant. Because if I use an import upgrade, I can basically take the items out of these chests here automatically and just kind of basically say, hey, take the copper out of this one and put it directly into the system and stuff like that. So I don't have to have these chests here. I could just put the import directly on it, but if I do run out of space, I'm going to want some kind of backup. So I'm going to go from these to the storage system. Let me get us a real quick sleep here in our bed. Or, well, my bed, I guess. I don't think you guys are using it, huh? And yeah, let me grab this uranium and put it into the macerator. I will see if I can get nuclear reactors from Industrial Craft running, because I think they're quite interesting to get running. Let's see. You get uses. It gives you nuclear fuel, which, I mean, you can use nuclear energy, which goes in the... gives you nuclear rods, which go to uses of that. Uses of that basically gives you fuel for a nuclear reactor, which could be quite interesting to get set up, and it'd be one of the more dangerous power sources. I mean, you could probably consider the the geothermal generator I set up as pretty dangerous, considering of all the gas in the nether. But I could have set it up in the volcano. But unlike the volcano, the nether has infinite lava, which will make this thing basically run for forever, essentially. Yeah, it's basically staying steady with power, and it's going to go in my system and basically power this. I'll fix a few things off camera. I'll get a few more patterns made so we can start auto-crafting things like sticks and stuff. That just seems a little boring thing that I can do in between episodes. And yeah, that's about all I really wanted to get to today. Let me go up to the roof here. I saw the exposed cable. Let me go into F5. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.